This land is your land, and this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I went walking a ribbon of highway, I saw above me an endless skyway, and I saw below me a golden valley. This land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled and followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of the diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. Oh, 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 this land was made for you and me.
Lights up.
Thank you. I can't take credit for that. That's Olivier Francois. He did great work. That was the kickoff for the official launch that we had for the all-new Jeep Renegade. If you missed it, it was the Super Bowl just last month. But it was a great way to illustrate, New York to LA, the two biggest markets that we have in the world for Jeep, and then the global expansion that this new Renegade represents. So a lot of subliminal messaging, but really cool imagery and places that you can only get to in a Jeep, which is what it's all about. When you take a look, there's a lot going on at Jeep, and we really haven't slept over the last 2 or 3 years, actually about 5. A lot of things going on. But if you've paid any attention to the news, we did come off of our record year, 2014, which was a significant growth over the previous year of 2013. So 1 million units, 39% up around the world as we continue to grow the Jeep brand and attract new customers to the marketplace. When you take a look at the growth that's been kind of from the dark days of 2009, we kind of like to try to forget those days. Not sure where the paychecks are coming from and where the next amount of money to invest in your product. But we did have a lot of when we had the Savior and Sergio and the new company that we've got, it has really transformed our place. Now, the nice thing about it is we have the same people engineering and designing and working on the vehicles that we had in 2009, but we have the proper investment in our product and the long-term vision to do it right every day. And when you do it right consistently day in and day out, you start getting results. And you can see those results started to happen in 2010 and 2011 as we defined and refined the vehicles that we had with the all-new Grand Cherokee. We updated Wrangler and then continued to grow. So last year we introduced the new Jeep Cherokee to the marketplace, and we talked to some of you guys not too long ago about that vehicle, and that's thankfully doing very well in the market, and it helped us get to our 1 million unit goal for last year, helping us bring another record and a substantial one. But I think one of the things that we're most proud of at Jeep is every Jeep is continuing to grow. We're not just cannibalizing one Jeep and putting our customer and putting them in from one Jeep and putting them in another. We're actually attracting new customers to the brand, what the brand represents and what the products can deliver. And when you take a look at here at the chart, you've seen that every Jeep vehicle contributed to the growth last year. There wasn't one Jeep that was down, which was substantial. Because the vehicle did start its life early in Italy, we did even have some early sales of Renegades that contributed to the sales growth for 2014. A little closer to home here in the United States, almost 700,000 units of Jeep branded vehicles, up 41% here, and continual growth as you can see the chart with each of the vehicles growing. Happy to report that we're off to a pretty good start here for 2014. Really don't have any sales yet. They're coming to marketplace just actually over the last couple of days. New Renegade. So calendar year to date, we're up 21% with the growth of the vehicles that we have in the lineup, and then hopefully we'll be able to continue the double-digit sales growth with Renegade as we continue into the year. We have a lot, that we're proud of with the Jeep brand, and we have a lot that we pay attention to because we don't want to be the guys that screw it up. There's a lot of heritage going back to the 1941 Willys that really helped win wars and defined what SUVs meant. And then as we brought that vehicle back to America and refined what it would mean as demands for customers continue to change over the years, it's interesting as you look at some of those milestone vehicles that you have, whether it be the '84 Cherokee or the 1992 Jeep Grand Cherokee, really things that help define the landscape here in America. And we really think that the new Renegade is going to be the next step of what really continues to refine what people think of when they say SUVs. And it really comes down to being true to your brand, understanding what your brand represents, and then not deviating from that. And it's really easy for the brand guy to say, but man, it puts a lot of pressure on the engineers that we have here that we'll talk to you later, because I'm the guy that says we have to be true to our brand. We need to be the best off-road. And these little words here that say class-leading capability, we mean it. This thing has got to be incredible. So when we say we want to enter a new space with this, we need to enter in with best-in-class capability, and we have a lot to live up to because we don't want to screw up what our brand is. But with the federal regulations that we've got and all of the challenges with lightweighting and fuel economy, we put a lot of pressure on these guys, and they'll take you through the details on how they've absolutely delivered with what this new Renegade has to offer. But really, when you take a look at a brand and kind of dissecting the DNA, when you take a look at the icon of our brand, the Wrangler, and I think half the world still thinks when you say Jeep, they think Wrangler, but that's really the vehicle that defines our brand, and it will always focus on capability, number one, and then functionality, ride dynamics, and fuel economy. But when you take a look at the rest of the spectrum, at all the other vehicles, really we kind of reverse the order. So the ride dynamics, the on-road drive, and the fuel economy have to be number one, along with functionality and then capability. The capability that is class leading, and then at the same time, being true and consistent with styling and functionality and capability that everybody wants with the with the Jeep brand. When you take a look at one of the ways that we've been able to do that is every vehicle will have a trail-rated model, or in this case, the Trailhawk, which delivers the incredible off-road capability, but still being able to deliver the on-road drive dynamics and the fuel economy that our customers today expect to drive in a vehicle every day. And freedom, authenticity, adventure, and passion is just a cool thing with what we like to do, but we've been very consistent with that over the past years. And when you're consistent with the messaging, you're able to continue to build your brand. And we need to be, because we have 5 million customers that will kick us in the ass if we screw it up. They pay attention to everything we do. You can imagine a customer base that talks online and talks to us. We have a very good relationship with a lot of our customers because we pay attention to them. This weekend, this whole team and that whole team, we're all going out to Moab, Utah. We have the Easter Jeep Safari. For 9 days, the Jeep world converges on Moab, and they talk to us about what they want in their next Jeep, what they want their Jeeps to do better, and what that we don't want to have ever changed in their Jeeps. So we pay a lot of attention to those customers in that medium and online and talking to them on the different forums. And it's amazing how much passion that generates when you stay true to the brand and communicate true to what your customer is looking for. So when we looked at the kind of emerging segment of the small SUV here in America and then around the world, we needed to make sure that we delivered what's consistent for the Jeep brand and delivered upon what is absolutely necessary that our customers are looking for. So significant market potential growth that we saw with the small vehicles here in America and around the world, as you can see. But when you took a look at what does this want to be, even before it had a name, we knew it had to be consistent and very capable. So it turned out to be the most capable small SUV, which is not a small handle, but it's a big accomplishment because it's got class-leading 4x4 capability. This Trailhawk is unbelievable. We took it to some pretty crazy places that our journalists and even the hardcore guys that drive Wranglers every day, they couldn't believe where we took this thing. We took them to a place in California where we had launched the Cherokee and the Grand Cherokee before. And if you've seen some of it online, to go on to Jeep.com and just look at Cherokee or look at the the tails of the Trailhawk and the places we took this thing is just unbelievable. The vehicle that is this capable and this good looking shouldn't go where this place goes. This is amazing. I should have brought a video of what we've done with this thing, but it does absolutely deliver on the class leading capability as well as fuel economy. On-road drive dynamics is what I think has blown away a lot of our journalists and our early consumers. The ride dynamics of this, it drives like a small sports car. The 1.4 turbo is a blast, and it's just a great vehicle to drive. And then it does the other things that you'd expect with an SUV, with safety, security, technology that everybody's looking for in their vehicles today. And then what's very important to us at the Jeep brand as well is the open air freedom. You know, with the MySky systems that we have in this, you can drop the windows down and you feel like you're in a Wrangler with this thing. It's very important to us with the open air freedom. So it's been very well delivered with this vehicle. You know, the vehicle is you know, we say designed and engineered here in America with the Jeep team and crafted in Italy, but it's a full a joint project with it. You know, it's a truly global project with a great illustration of what our new company can deliver and pull off with the new Renegade. It's got a global footprint with production already in Turin, in Italy today, and just starting this past week in Pernambuco, Brazil, for local production and distribution there. Will be sold in over 100 countries. So talk about, you know, complexity with having the right powertrains and combinations for the different parts of the world. I'm proud to report as well that, pardon the pun, that it's off to a good start with the media. Everybody from you know, Car and Driver right through to Motor Trend and Automotive News and the local you know, automotive press have been very complimentary of this vehicle because, you know, they had high expectations because of the vehicles that we delivered before with Jeep Grand Cherokee and the Jeep Cherokee, and this new Renegade has absolutely pulled it off. So I'll let the others take you through some of the details on how they made it happen.